Hi guys, as we know, the only true way to stop the boats or smash the gangs is to destroy their business model. And how do you achieve that? Well, by creating a safe route. If you do so, then asylum seekers no longer need to pay these smugglers thousands of euros every time in order to cross the English Channel. But instead, the government are not taking that advice and instead going in a different direction. Banning advertising. Yes.
Yes, the government is clearly under huge pressure to show that they are working hard to try and tackle the issue of illegal migration. We've clearly seen protests erupting across the country against migrant hotels, which the government have promised to close and stop using by the end of this parliament, as well as a record number of people so far this year making that crossing in the small boats across the channel, reaching 25,000 at an earlier point in the year than at any other previous year. So we have an announcement from the Home Office today about the use of adverts on social media, making it a specific criminal offence to post these adverts online, trying to lure people into the arms of the people smugglers, punishable by a jail term of up to 5 years and hefty fines. Now, it's slightly strange because it is already illegal to facilitate illegal people smuggling offences, but the government claim that making this a specific offence will give another string to their bow of law enforcement and help them disrupt the gangs. And they say that most people who come here illegally do engage the services of people smugglers via social media like this. So let's have a listen to the Home Office Minister, Diana Johnson.
This is to go after the brazen tactics of organised criminal groups who are involved in the small boats, using Instagram, TikTok, Facebook to advertise and to say, if you pay a certain amount, we'll provide you a safe journey over to the United Kingdom on a small boat. This is going after those individuals.
The Tories say the government are scrambling to show that they're taking action after a year of not doing very much about the problem. Clearly, the government would dispute that, but I think this is a fairly performative announcement here, particularly given that most of the people smugglers are operating overseas outside of the UK jurisdiction. But the Home Office say they are working closely with other countries, and also the National Crime Agency are putting pressure on social media companies and have been over the past few years to try and get these adverts taken down. And to give you
So a number of problems, as was pointed out in this clip. These people smugglers are operating outside the United Kingdom. Now, it's not just about the advertising. They operate outside the United Kingdom generally. So it's going to be very difficult to go after these individuals. Yes, you can put pressure on the social media companies. Maybe you could suggest taxing them. Then they would close down these, get rid of all of this advertising. If you said, yeah, we're actually going to tax you for a change. But this is not going to stop people crossing the English Channel. This is not going to break the business model. We keep saying this. Why is the government not listening to real advice? Yeah, what we'll do is we'll make it illegal to post illegal advertising. That's not going to work. It may punish a few people. There may be someone in the UK who's posting some of this stuff online and they end up getting punished. But that's not going to break the business model. That's not going to smash the gangs. We keep saying this. If you create a safe route, asylum seekers don't need to pay these people. The boat, there's no need to cross the English Channel in a small boat. We keep hearing from politicians, both within Labour and the Conservatives, about how they're concerned about people dying in the sea. But if you're concerned about people dying in the sea, you would create a safe route. They keep saying how we need to destroy the business model of these smuggling gangs. But at the same time, you're doing nothing really to do that. You know, surely someone in Westminster knows that if you create a safe route, it will destroy the business model. Now, I have heard Tory MPs in the past having this presented to them, and their response was, no, it would create a pull factor. Like, you can't say you want to stop the boats, you want to see fewer people die in the channel, and then say, well, we don't want a safe route because it would create a pull factor. On the one hand, you're saying that thousands of people are coming in, and that benefits and a free hotel and stuff like that is a pull factor. But at the other hand, you say we don't want to create a safe route because that would create a pull factor. It would actually, as we know, very few people are actually in the statistics when it comes to immigration coming across by small boat. It's about 3%. The vast majority of immigrants are coming in via legal routes. But unfortunately, this issue has been weaponized by the far right, by Reform UK, by other parties like that, and even the Conservatives. So instead of actually tackling it in an adult, intelligent way, we have all these gimmicks, and it's not going to work. And if it's seen not to work by the public, what are the public going to do? They're going to vote for Nigel Farage, because Farage will say, well, I'll just stop everything. You've given a chance. You've given the Conservatives a chance. They failed. You gave Labour a chance. They failed. This is only helping Farage. Create safe routes. You will see fewer people cross the English Channel, and it would tone down some of the rhetorics. It would tone down some of the heat around this issue. It would eliminate the problem completely? No, of course not. But it would take the image of people crossing the channel, which has been weaponized, away from the far right. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.